Bună dimineața, YouTube! Thank you all for watching this. This is part 2 of the imperative lessons, and I hope you will enjoy this. There's plenty of materials and plenty of really cool things waiting for you in this video. Let's go! Alright then, so we are talking about the imperative and the exceptions thereof. Today we have a very interesting one. If for the main rule we take the third person, so el, ea, and that's how we address the imperative. For example, lucrează, muncește, coboară, and so on. In the second part, we'll cover the exceptions, which means that today we're all about the second person. This is basically the exception. And the exception means covering the imperative in these specific conjugations. So the I ending, short form, the EA ending, and these two E endings. For these, you get the second person singular. Something that is covered in detail with a bit more explanation in this really cool material that we have here. I even printed this out because it's so cool and I think it looks really nice on an A4. It's the imperative learning material that will be available after the next part is out. We cover all the stuff from lesson 1, the regular conjugations, the irregular conjugations, the negatives, the exceptions with some really nice graphs over here. I don't know, I love it. I absolutely love this. It's been a month's work to get this imperative done. And if you enjoy our lessons and you want to support us and you want to cover this in your own time and get everything. By the way, we talk next lesson about the direct and indirect objects, pronouns, and how to use them with imperative. Probably some of the most interesting things that the imperative really bring to the table here in Romanian. And we have plenty of exercises. There's 11 pages. I don't know if you can see this, but it says 11 pages that will be available in this learning material, and this is just the learning material. Think that we have also an exercise PDF. They're all available on Patreon, so please go there and support our cause, get knowledgeable, learn something new, and maybe even attend our practice class, which is on Wednesday the 16th of April and recorded on Patreon. Right, so let's go back here. We have the second person singular for the second person singular. So for these, you just say fugi, and vezi, and treci, and mergi. So very, very similar, like it's the same as the present tense. This is what we mean. The second person singular of the present tense is used for the imperative. So instead of saying like last time, dansează and uită, we say trece and vezi. Mergi aproape de mine, so go walk close to me, and cross the street faster and see where you find it, and get out of here or run away from here. And then we have some of the exceptions. If we remember from the A ending verbs, they also get a special situation. They get into a special category when we talk about the IA or the even UA. So we have a încuia and a felia. These will stay in the same third person singular. Yeah, bear in mind, these do not respect this rule. They are kind of an exception to the A conjugation, right? But they do not take the third person the second person singular. They take the third person singular. So if you want to say close the door faster, like here,
Close the door faster, încuie ușa mai repede. Or, feliază, te rog, pâinea. Slice the bread, please. One thing that I
don't think I covered enough in the first video is the usage of te rog and vă rog. When we say te rog after an imperative, it is definitely a more pleasant, more polite way to address someone. So it may sound rude in your language to say to someone, close the door or slice the bread, you might add just a please, after it. And that will make it more polite, even though it does indeed use the imperative, which is, at the end of the day, just addressing someone to, do something. Like, you ask someone to do something. You want someone to do something. It is what it is. I mean, you also get a conjunctive that can be used as a imperative, and that is even more rude. But saying încuie te rog ușa, that is very alright in Romanian, and this is something maybe culturally or in the society should get used to that. And if you want to find more about the conjunctive and how that's used in imperative, we have a link probably up here or up there. I don't know, because this is a new setup.
Right, so let's go to the big picture and have a quick look on this. Last time we covered the ones in blue, right? And today we covered the ones in yellow. As you can see, the ones in blue all use the third person for the to form. And the ones in yellow use the second person in the to form. Obviously, everywhere, I mean, if it wasn't clear already, it's the second person plural present tense, the same as the second person plural imperative. So nothing too crazy over there. As you can see here, there are some sort of exceptions. There are even more when we talk about direct and indirect objects. So here, what happens is, let's take one by one. Yeah. So a uita, forget. If I want to say someone forget it, I say uita. If I say dance, dansează. If I say close or lock, încuie. Now, if I want to say see that or see, vezi, and then treci, cross it, yeah, cross the street, treci, mergi, like go, fugi, run. Yeah, those are all second person. And then if I want to say break is rupe, work, muncește, kill. I don't know if you'll say that, but let's say you do. Omoară, hotărăște, yeah, decide, hotărăște-te. And now that we know that hotărăște, if you know this already, if you don't, it's okay. But usually in Romanian we use a hotărâ reflexively, so we use it with se. And when you use it with se, it's reflexive, right? So what we do is we put it at the end. We say hotărăște-te. And this is something that it might just look crazy, but kind of normal. And if you're completely new to say stuff like hotărăște-te or dul or dă-mi, this is exactly what we're going to talk about in the next one with the impersonal, with the personal pronouns in dative and in accusative. We covered the regulars and irregulars in the last one, and we covered the exceptions today. And we don't forget, we have this PDF to rule them all. That's available on Patreon, starting from the release of the next and final video of this series. Then we have the exercises. I'm gonna put them on the screen. This is the first exercise where you have to choose a singular imperative for to from the three options. You can try to do it on your own time. Then you have the second exercise where you have to basically conjugate stuff. You have to conjugate these verbs into the singular and plural imperative. All these exercises, the answer key for these exercises is on the exercises on the learning material. And then this is the final one, where you have to also choose the correct form for both, well, for all regular, irregular, and the special rules verbs that we covered today. So this kind of brings together what we learned last time together with what we learned today. Brilliant. So that's really about it. Don't forget there are verbs that you have to use in the second person, and to do that you just need a lot of repetition now that you're aware of it, and practice it, and you do get that with the learning materials and the exercises that are going to come after the next and final video of this series on imperative.
Now, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, give us a like and a subscribe. That really helps the channel. And visit our links down below, and see you in the next one. La revedere!